Hello everyone and welcome to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. My main tarot channel is Moon Moth Goddess, where I do focus primarily on love readings, and I just created this second channel here for those of you that are more focused on everything having to do with the self, spirituality, career and finance, your soul's journey, your soul's path, breaking free from karmic cycles, healing, all of that is what we're going to focus on here with this channel. So today's pick a card reading, we are looking at messages from Spirit with what Spirit is wanting you to focus on the most at this time. What is it that you need to kind of bring your energy towards? Whatever messages Spirit does have for you. So we're going to do 3 piles today. Pile number 1, you are going to be this card here that says engage, trust. Okay, for pile 1. Pile number 2, which is oddly very similar to pile number 1's card. This one is card number 41, and it says transform for pile number 2. And then pile number 3 is card number 44, which says rest deeply. Okay, so if you do feel called to more than one pile, or you want to watch all 3 just to listen to whatever Spirit has for you to see which one resonates with you most, some of you may feel called to different piles because there are multiple messages that are kind of spread across this reading. That is perfectly okay for today's reading. So once again, messages from Spirit, what do you need to focus on most at this time? Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Timestamps will be down below for you guys, pinned to the comments, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So for those of you that resonated with this card here, engage, trust, which is actually one of your messages. So we're going to see how this plays into your reading here. And so with just kind of looking at that card here, especially with it having this beautiful butterfly down here, I feel like for many of you that chose this pile here, the engaging the trust for you is Spirit wanting you to, I feel like, trust in the transformative process. Maybe some of you may be going through your spiritual journey, spiritual path, rebirth process, or kind of really letting go of a lot of the old self. And so I'm also noticing how there is a bunch of this beautiful green growth that's kind of in front of this butterfly, and how it is kind of inside this beautiful kind of, I don't even know what this is, like a stadium or coliseum or some type of beautiful architecture here. And so to me, this is also symbolic of this beautiful, strong foundation that you are, working towards. And I feel like Spirit is wanting you to trust in this process of you becoming this new version of self, and this entire transformative process where you are building up this, beautiful, solid foundation for yourself and for your future. And there's much, I feel like, to look forward to. And sometimes it may feel, like when you're on your spiritual path, that there's a lot of things that come up, and sometimes they're unpleasant. But I feel like it's really about Spirit saying, trust the process, trust the path that you're on, right? Trusting that everything that is coming into alignment for you, okay? So let's look. And also with the number 1 here, the ones are about new beginnings, right? Opportunities. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, you have no idea, right? All of the greatness that you have before you. Okay, maybe something that at times you're not able to see, or even kind of, noticing how much growth you have had, with everything that you've been able to kind of overcome this far along your path. So let's see, pile 1, messages from Spirit. What is Spirit wanting you to focus on at this time? And I wanted to thank you guys so much for those of you that have come over from my other channel, Moon Moth Goddess. And to those of you that are new, welcome. If you're into love readings or have love situations going on, you may also want to check out my other channel, Moon Moth Goddess. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. All right, let's see pile 1. What does pile number 1 need to focus on most at this time? What messages do we have for pile number 1? Messages from Spirit. Okay, so we do have the Page of Water, which is the Page of Cups. We also have the Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles. What is pile 1? Okay, so we do have the Lovers. We also have the Two of Air, which is the Two of Swords. We also have the Ten of Air, Ten of Swords. We have the Fool. Okay, so what I'm already getting here is that there is some type of choice or decision that you are needing to make. And it could have been something that you've been contemplating for a little bit, right? But I do feel like it is a big decision that you're having to make, because we do have the Lover's energy here. The Lover is really about a major life decision, okay? And this could be, you know, for some, I mean, of course, it can be different things for all of you. And I don't want to turn this into a love reading because that's what the other channel's for. But if it comes out in the reading, then I will definitely let you guys know, okay? The Lovers, yes, it can be about a connection, right? A relationship, a very spiritual connection with another person. However, the Lovers is about a major decision, a decision that we're needing to make based off of our heart, our emotions, our feelings. This is something that is being divinely guided into our life. And so I'm seeing how with the Two of Swords here and the Ten of Swords, that this could be a decision that has been weighing on you for some time. The Two of Swords can be feeling very stuck, confused, conflicted. And for some of you, I feel like there is a leap of faith that is required, because we do have the Fool energy here, which is the Dreamer in this deck. Okay, so this little Dreamer card says, Archangel Metatron, and it says, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Okay, however, you have the Knight of Swords energy here, and the Knight of Swords is about decisive action, decision, right? Sometimes we can allow our negative thoughts, negative thinking to kind of get in the way, right? Overanalyzing things. You know, if we feel like we're wanting to open ourselves up to a new path, a new journey, a new beginning, a new start, sometimes we need to move past a lot of that, I feel like the negative self-talk, right? Talking ourselves out of it, saying, okay, well, what if this doesn't work out? What if this doesn't happen? What if this? What if that? Right? And it's more so that Spirit is kind of wanting you to kind of be open to embracing the change that is happening. That's why Spirit's saying engage trust, okay? Because it could mean that you are kind of like in this new chapter of your life where there is a new beginning upon you, and you're really needing to kind of trust the guidance of Spirit at this time, okay? Like I said, there's a leap of faith that is required here, okay? The Knight of Swords is going to be about you kind of breaking through this confusion, you know, stale energy, stagnant energy, indecision, lack of action, okay? Because I'm also seeing the Four of Pentacles energy here too, okay? The Four of Pentacles is really when we are stable, right? In life, we're stable. And it may be that we fear making some type of choice or decision out of lack mentality. Maybe like if it's something financial decision, or we're trying to change careers, or we're trying to make some type of decision, maybe of opening our own business or whatever it could be. The Four of Pentacles would us be being afraid to take the risk, to take that leap of faith, right? The Ten of Swords can be that we get so mentally drained, exhausted, anxieties, fears, worries, right? It leaves us to that point in our life where we are not trusting the process, right? And that's why Spirit is saying here, the most important thing you're needing to focus on is trusting, right? Especially if you receive these downloads from Spirit, really telling you, trust your intuition, right? Some of you have, I feel like, very, very intuitive and very creative, okay? Especially with this Page of Cups energy here. Some of you have maybe ways in which Spirit is urging you or encouraging you to really explore, right? Your creative energy, something that you're wanting to create, okay? So there is action that is required here, and it is about decisive action, making a choice, making the decision, and just kind of going for it, okay? The Four of Pentacles says being too frivolous or too cautious with money, a good business decision, and also giving to those less fortunate, okay? But in this case, looking at the kind of the surrounding energy that we have here, sometimes we can be overly cautious, and that overly cautious energy can mean that we miss out on opportunities that Spirit is trying to help to bring into our life, okay? We also have the Seven of Pentacles energy here, and the Seven of Pentacles is sometimes we have put our energy and time into something, and it hasn't quite manifested as fast as we'd like, or even what we thought it was going to manifest into. And so sometimes that can lead to frustration. Really, the Seven of Pentacles message is Spirit telling us to be patient, right? Trust the process, trust the way that things are kind of working out at this time, okay? The Seven of Pentacles says seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, right? Because that temporary pause can also be a need for you to evaluate, right? Reassess what seeds you have planted, how you're nurturing those, how they're developing, to say, okay, is it worth it for me to continue to put my time and energy into this, or should I plant the seed for something new? Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing this as a need for clearing this energy here of the Two of Swords. And I feel like with the Ten of Swords, this is Spirit saying maybe this is coming to an end of this overthinking, overanalyzing, right? Where you're really starting to tune into your intuition, trust your heart, okay? Trust your intuition, trust what Spirit is guiding you in this situation, so that you are able to take the action that is required. And I feel like it is sometimes with the full energy, it is about us stepping outside of our comfort zone, doing something new, doing something different. Okay, so let's go into your oracle messages here. All right, pile number one. Okay, and these cards are really large, so hard to shuffle a little bit, but let's see. Pile one, what messages are you meant to hear? What are you needing to focus on at this time, pile one? What is pile one needing to focus on? I don't think that's going to work shuffling that way. We'll try it this way. I usually just kind of spread these cards out because they're too large. Okay, so there's one. We have the goose, and it says inner knowing, which is all about intuition. What is pile one needing to focus on? There is two, and there's three. Okay. So we have the bee with community, and then we also have the swan with grace. Okay, so our goose, inner knowing, and it says, you are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. Right? So again, look at this message of inner trust or engaging trust, right? Trusting in intuition, making decisions based off of what our heart, right, our soul is kind of encouraging or calling us to do at this time. Okay, so this is Spirit saying here, your soul already knows the way, right? But it is our overthinking, right, sometimes, or conflicting thoughts and feelings that we have that can throw us off our path or can delay, right, our progress with something. We also have the bee here, and it says community, and it says you are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything that you touch. Be open to receiving the sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Okay? So yeah, it's like Spirit saying, trust yourself, believe in yourself, believe in your ability to create, to manifest. Okay? It's like Spirit is basically saying here, everything you touch turns to gold. Right? You have this gift, you have this power. Trust the process, especially for those of you that have planted those seeds, that have nurtured your garden, right? Of the things that you're wanting to manifest into your life. And sometimes it does require us to be patient with it, right? Trust that it's going to pay off. That hard work you're going to reap the rewards, okay? We also have the swan, and it says, Grace, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your vision, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Okay? Yeah, I'm just getting this really, really beautiful energy from this. I feel like your spirit guides, your whole spirit team is really kind of just seeing, I feel like, the greatness within you, right? I almost feel like this to me kind of gives me this energy of higher self, your higher self kind of wanting you to truly believe in you, you know? So let's see what else here. Pile 1. What messages does Spirit have for you at this time? What does Spirit want you to focus on most? And some of you with the Be With community here, it can also be that you are someone who needs to network with other people, right? Some of you, like I said, with this Page of Cups, have maybe a gift of creativity, a very creative gift that you're meant to share with other people, right? The Page of Water, the Page of Cups, Piscean energy, is very, very dreamy, artistic and romantic and sweet and intuitive. And I feel like this is really Spirit saying you have a lot of these gifts. Some of you, it could even be working on your spiritual gifts too, right? Improving upon them. Okay? Learning to trust those gifts more so. But yeah, I definitely feel with the Be With community here, this is Spirit saying that some of you are meant to even be, I feel like, entrepreneurs, right? This is Spirit saying you're a powerful creator here. Okay? And with the loyal friends are always with you. Some of you, it could be your whole spirit team, right? Your whole spirit team that is there. So let's see. Especially when we're on our path and we feel like we're alone, right? We're different than other people. We don't have, you know, we're not vibing with other people. You're just on a different level, right? So pile 1, what is Spirit wanting you to focus on most at this time? We have Koala Spirit, and it says Spirit has a plan. Okay? And it's really about you trusting in that plan, right? I feel like big things, great things for you, pile 1. And it's a need for you to trust the process. Okay? It's going to be worth it. I feel like it's going to be worth it. So let's see, what is Spirit wanting you to focus on at this time? We have Peacock Spirit, and it says, let it shine, right? To me, this is about you being in the spotlight, you being authentically you showing your talents, your skills to the world, you kind of taking the lead in your life and just really showing the world the real you, you know, stepping into your authenticity. Let's see what else. What is Spirit wanting you to focus on? Pile 1. Another bee. Look at that. Sweet results await. Okay, your hard work here. Beautiful. Let's see. What is Spirit wanting you to focus on? Pile number 1. You know, it's kind of like Spirit saying, keep up the work, right? In a way that you've been doing, that you've been putting into this. Don't give up, right? Don't give up, because the 7 of Pentacles is about us like I said, putting in the work. Putting in the work. The manifestation coming, it may not be necessarily here just yet, right? Or you haven't seen the full potential of what it is that you've been working on. But don't quit now, right? Don't quit. Also noticing this is number 7 here too. Okay? And especially with the number 7, which is connected into the Chariot within the tarot. The Chariot is about you really finding this balance within your energy here, feminine, masculine, right? The nurturing aspect with the feminine energy, birthing creative ideas, inspiration, things of that nature, and then requiring the masculine energy within you to keep yourself committed, dedicated, organized, disciplined, focused, right? Focused on what your goals are, your dreams are, your desires. And the Chariot is about us having the willpower, the determination to lead ourselves towards success. So it's kind of like Spirit saying, keep up that momentum. Don't give up. Don't stop, right? Don't stop. So let's see. What is Spirit? Okay, so we've got two more here that flew out. We've got the Wasp Spirit here, Wasp Spirit here, and it says sometimes life stings, right? So that can be setbacks that we have. It can be, like I said, where things don't work out exactly the way that we thought they were going to, or not fast enough, right? Or even other people who are kind of creating issues or, blockages and things like that, right? Situations that happen that can create those setbacks or delays. But basically, Spirit's saying, don't stop, don't give up, right? Understand that, things aren't always going to be perfect, but it's about us trusting it, right? Especially if things kind of come up to delay our progress or to kind of create some type of challenge for us, right? We also have the Starfish Spirit, and it says open to infinite possibility, right? Which is connected into that full energy that we saw, right? Which is you keeping yourself open to, right? Taking risks in life, being open to that, trying new things, doing new things, not being afraid, okay? So let's see what else. Let's get a couple of these. Pile 1, what are you needing to focus on at this time? Generosity, okay? So to me, this is this equal give and take. It reminds me of the Six of Pentacles within the tarot, right? Six of Pentacles, where we're really kind of being open to giving to others, right? Putting our time and energy, being open to give and also open to receive, okay? Creates this flow of abundance of things within our life, okay? So let's see here. What are you needing to focus on? Okay, so we have card number 41 with belonging here. We had some other ones come out here. We have openness, right? So this is, I feel like Spirit's still saying, keep yourself open and receptive, right? To whatever it is that you're manifesting here, whether it's love, career, opportunities, abundance, growth along your spiritual path. Keep yourself open, okay? We also have the capacity to love here. So this can also be focusing on loving the self, right? Loving every step and part of your path and your journey because it is yours. It is unique to you, right? No one else on this planet, right, has a path like yours. And this is you really understanding, right, your own challenges, your own struggles, how you can move beyond those things. A lot of this to me with the capacity to love and the openness is about your openness and receptivity. For some of you, it can even be a need for nurturing and loving, right? Self-care for the self. Spirit with the divine support here is wanting you to know your spirit team is here to assist you, here to help you, right? You're never alone. You always have this support that Spirit is kind of bringing towards you, right? And also with the belonging here to me as well, right? Sometimes we can feel along our spiritual path, like I said, that we're so different, right? From other people that we feel like disconnected at times, okay? Away from others. And so this to me is about being able to find a sense of security, a sense of stability from within the self, right? Oneness also, even though this says openness, but to me it's kind of symbolic of oneness, right? Where we don't feel separate from Spirit. We don't feel separate from other people. We have a sense of belonging. We have that sense of stability, security, that we find within ourselves, right? Letting go of the ego, moving away from the ego, right? The ego can sometimes bring in a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, right? The ego can kind of manifest some not so great situations into our life. So, but the more that we can kind of put those thoughts aside, right? And it's not to say that you have to be perfect and, only think good and positive love and light thoughts, right? Because that's not who we are, right? We are kind of this mix, right, of shadow and light. And so we're gonna have those thoughts. We're gonna have the ego creep in, with sometimes having mistrust, right, about our path, about our journey. So it is you really kind of, and I'm feeling like a lot of root chakra energy with that, okay, especially with the belonging. Working on the root chakra, working on grounding, right, yourself, your energy, spending time in nature, getting more connected into nature, meditating, and doing maybe exercising, getting out, going for a walk, whatever it is that helps you to really kind of ground your energy. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's go into these last messages. Pile number 1. What is Spirit wanting you to focus on? We have titanium rainbow quartz, and it says multifaceted, and it says there are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. Okay? So really, like I said, depending on what kind of mindset you're going into this reading with today, it could be about these things that are kind of coming up through your reading here that they remind you of this situation or that situation or this over here, that over there. So I feel like Spirit's saying here, there are many layers and dimensions to this situation, right? There's a lot for you to really kind of understand, uncover. And let's see what else. Okay, so we also have amber here, and it says, give it to God. Okay, and it says, take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release this situation to God for healing and answers. Okay, so divine, source, spirit, universe, whatever you resonate with. Okay. So some of you may be feeling, like I said, maybe anxious, nervous, worried, stressed, not trusting, not trusting your path, which is normal. Sometimes we get like a little like, oh my goodness, I'm doing this, or, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I make this happen? Right? But this is basically like what Spirit was saying here is you are the queen of abundance, right? You got this. You can make this happen. Let the worries and the stresses go. Right? Surrender those, give those over to Spirit, even connecting with your spirit guides and say, I need a little help here. Please let this fear go. Help me to release this fear, right? Help me to connect into my higher self so I can learn to trust. So let's see what else here. For pile 1. Okay. So we also have stay strong in your faith, and it says a positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. Okay, so to me, that is the trust that Spirit is wanting you to have, right? Trust in yourself, belief in yourself, trust in your path. Okay. Maybe more, I feel like at times than we kind of understand, right? Especially with this multifaceted here. We also have unconventionality, and it says your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel different from others, okay? Which is kind of what I was talking about earlier, when the sense of belonging, us feeling different, right, than other people, right? But this is Spirit telling you here, you have some unique skills, talents, are ones that you really need to be very proud of, right? It's your path, like I said, your journey, not like anyone else's. And this is really about you kind of owning that energy, right? Even with the challenges, the struggles, the wins, the victories, and just kind of embracing all of it as part of your unique path, okay? Sometimes with the multifaceted things, sometimes things can be very unpredictable within our life. We don't really know how things are going to go, right? And it is about us still having and holding that trust, right, within ourselves, and knowing that, as we kind of move along our path, that we can find that sense of stability and groundedness and more trust, right? Which is really something Spirit is wanting you to do at this time. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 1. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So for those of you that resonated with card number 41, Transform, which is actually part of your reading today, we're going to see how that is kind of playing into the messages that do come through for you. We're doing messages from Spirit. What is it that Spirit feels that you need to focus on most along your path at this time? Okay, and this can be, you know, of course, personal transformation that you are going through. Okay, it could be transforming the way that you think, the way that you speak. It could be maybe some type of transformation for your life, really depending on what it is that you are kind of going through at this point. So let's see. Pile number 2, messages from Spirit. What is it that you are needing to focus on most at this time for pile 2? What does pile number 2 need to focus on at this time? We have the 7 of air, which is the 7 of swords. Okay. It says plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, or poor timing. Okay. So let's see what else is here. We have the Knight of air, which is the Knight of swords. What are you needing to focus on most at this time? Okay, so we do have the 3 of Cups in reverse. 3 of Cups in reverse. We also have the 5 of Swords. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of some stuff going on here. Pile 2 for you. The 5 of Swords energy can really talk about some type of conflict, challenge. And sometimes these challenges could be ones that are mental, that we're needing to break free from. So I'm almost getting with the transform here. It's going to be transforming your thoughts. Okay, changing the way that you think. The 7 of Swords energy can sometimes be a lot of fears, right, that are coming through, that are even sometimes rushed decisions, rush choices, because the 7 of Swords can sometimes be when we're trying to do something in a hurry. Right? The Knight of Swords energy can also be very quick, very impulsive decisions or choices, right? It says events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options and finding creative solutions with that, right? The 5 of Swords says an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation and review everyone's motives, right? So especially if there's a situation that you're involved in right now that does involve other people. Right? Sometimes it can be impulsively rushing something. This one says plans that need revision. Okay. So it could, like I said, it can be related to your own thoughts. It can be like if you're in a situation right now that has presented with conflict, challenges for you. It can be a need for you to really work towards transforming the way that you think so that you can bring in a much more balanced type of energy. So let's see what else is happening here. Pile number 2. What are you needing to focus on most at this time? Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords is clarity, okay? Which is, I feel like, something that we're really needing here, especially with the 5, 7 of Swords energy here. Okay, the 3 of Cups energy here in reverse to me is also this feeling of a lack of happiness, a lack of fulfillment that you may be feeling. Right? Feeling maybe even a little bit disappointed, discontent, maybe with a situation. For some of you, it can even involve another person. Let's see what else. What is pile number 2 needing to focus on most at this time? Right? The Ace of Swords is also going to be about seeing the truth, right, of a situation. We have the 10 of Fire here, which is the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands can be when we are really taking on a lot of responsibility, or we feel like our plate is full. We feel burnt out. We feel like we're carrying a lot of burdens, a lot of stress, a lot of heaviness, right? This is really a need for us to let go of something that we're holding on to, whatever that is symbolic for you, okay? This one, the 10 of Wands here says too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, and stress-related health concerns. So that could even be that sometimes, because the Five of Swords can be self-sabotaging thoughts, right? At times, self-limiting beliefs that are creating blockages here. So for some of you with the 10 of Wands energy here, if you're kind of taking on too much, a lot of stress, whatever that is, the stressor is in your life, it could be about you kind of seeing the truth of that, right? Seeing things clearly. And it could be a need for release, all right? A need for letting go, transforming certain things around in your life. So let's see what else. What is pile number 2 needing to focus on at this time? The 6 of Air, okay? And the 6 of Swords is going to be moving on, moving away from, okay? Whether it's a person, a situation you've got going on, or even your own thinking. The 6 of Swords is transitioning away from that, okay? Bringing an end to something in your life that is creating a lot of resistance, a lot of chaotic energy. Like I said, for some of you, can be removing yourself away from, like, let's just say the 5 of Swords is a person, it's a family member, it's a friend, it's a job that you hate, you know, or even a relationship type of situation that is creating a lot of conflict in your life. The 6 of Swords is going to be a need for you to transition away from that situation, whatever it is, or your own way of thinking, into a more peaceful, more balanced, more, I feel like calm energy, peaceful energy, okay? So let's see, what is pile number 2 needing to focus on at this time? We have the Queen of Water, which is the Queen of Cups, okay? So the Queen of Cups is a much more, especially emotionally, more balanced energy, okay? So this can be a need for nurturing the self, a need for self-love, a need for self-care, a need for really honoring the intuition, right? It can be a need for you to really open yourself up to creativity, right? Intuition, trusting in it more, okay? Versus holding on to the negative thoughts or the negative thinking, okay? So let's go into our oracle messages, and we're going to see what else for you, right? Even especially if it's a situation that is keeping you kind of stuck in an illusion. And sometimes that illusion could be our own way of thinking, right? That is bringing unhappiness, that is bringing discontent into our life, that is stressing us out. So it's like Spirit saying here, transform, right? Work towards transforming beyond those challenges that might be there, right? Transforming, like I said, the way that you think, okay, is a big thing that I'm seeing here, right? Or even if you are someone who is people pleasing and you take on way too much, right? It could be learning to set healthy boundaries for some of you. So let's see, pile 2, what is it that you're needing to focus on? Pile 2, what does pile 2? These cards are like really big, so it's hard to shuffle these. We'll try this way. What is pile number 2 needing to focus on? Let's grab a couple more. Is that good? That's good. All right. So we have the Frog with prosperity, and it says, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. Okay. And then we also have the Hummingbird with miracles, and it says, you are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. And then we also have the Wolf here with Pathfinder, and it says, release your past and start a new journey. right? Is like I said here with the Six of Swords, it's about transitioning, right? It could even be Spirit telling you here, you are in a period of transition in your life right now. The Ten of Wands can be symbolic of the end of a tough cycle, right? In which there is this process right now that you're kind of going through, maybe moving away from unhappiness, discontent, negative thinking, self-sabotaging thoughts, and kind of moving into, like I said, a much more balanced energy. And I also feel with the Queen of Cups being here that Spirit is wanting you to focus on being more patient with yourself through this transformation that is happening within you. Okay? We also have the Wolf Pathfinder, and it says, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Okay? So yeah, many of you, this could be that maybe you feel a little bit lost right now, maybe on your path. And this is going to be Spirit telling you here, some of you are maybe naturally gifted born teachers that have the ability to get messages through to people that really need them, right? And for some of you, especially with the Queen of Cups, you could be super intuitive, right? And maybe you have spiritual gifts that you're really needing to embrace, right? Transform into, let go of a lot of the ego kind of fear-based or doubtful of yourself feelings, thoughts, and kind of embrace this process of transition that you're kind of going through right now, because it could be you really are, right? Transforming into this new version of self. And the path of getting there is not always a pleasant one, right? We can go through a lot of very challenging situations, right? With people as we're kind of shedding away things that are no longer in alignment with us, right? And this is really Spirit wanting you to kind of let go, embrace the changes that are kind of happening here for you. Like this is saying here, let go of the past, release your past, embrace change, start a new journey. Okay? And it could be that by you learning to find your own path and your own way, that can be something, a skill that you kind of share with other people, right? Some of you may even be very gifted healers, right? With the Queen of Cups energy here, or have a profession in which you feel called to that is very heart-centered, right? Very compassionate towards others, empathetic. Okay, some of you could very well be empaths with this energy too. So let's see, pile 2. What does Spirit want you to focus on right now? Let's get a couple more. What is Spirit wanting you to focus on? One more. All right. Okay, so we have the Dove Spirit, and it says, be peace. Okay? And sometimes being peace means releasing, letting go, right, of things from the past. This Ten of Wands, like I said, is us holding on to whatever that is symbolic. Are you holding on to past relationship stuff? Are you holding on to inner childhood stuff? Are you holding on to, or like maybe you're literally someone who works super hard, right? And you kind of just spread your energy thin, right? And it stresses you out. This can be a need for you to let go of some of those things that you're holding on to, right? This is a lot of baggage, Ten of Wands. Okay, so in order for you to be peace, I'm seeing how there's this beautiful white dove that's here. To me, that's a symbol of, purity, right? Clearing. This is really Spirit wanting you to have and find that peace within the self, which is also the Six of Swords, right? Moving away from the rough, rocky waters of certain things that are happening within our life into the more peaceful, calming part of our life. This can also be symbolic of you, Spirit telling you here that although things may seem like they're a little up in the air or a little challenging at this time, they won't always be this way, right? You're coming into, like I said, with the Six of Swords and the Queen of Cups, into a much more stable energy, right? Almost like the Spirit is saying the worst is behind you, right? Or you could even be going through the thick of it right now, and Spirit is saying, continue to transition away from this, right? Letting go of, some situations that you may be needing to release and find this peace, right, within yourself. We also have the pig spirit here, and it says use your mind wisely, right? Use your mind wisely. 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, not so wise, right? Because this can be, like I said, a lot of self-sabotaging thoughts, self-limiting beliefs, making decisions in a hurry, trying to just rush and do something impulsively without thinking about how that decision or choice is going to affect us later on down the road. So using the mind in a way where it's clear thinking, right? Rational thinking, and not kind of putting so much energy towards negative thoughts, negative thinking, right? We're going to focus on the things that we do want, right? That we do want to manifest, that we are. And like I told pile 1, it's not to say that we have to be perfect and we can't ever have a negative thought that ever slips into our mind. We're human. We're going to have that happen to us, right? But it's about being more mindful, right? Redirecting your thoughts so that you don't get yourself sucked into that cycle of negative thought after negative thought and just kind of keeping yourself in that energy, right? So Spirit's saying here, use your mind wisely. We also have the beaver spirit here, and it says lay a solid foundation. Okay? So this can be working towards rebuilding or building, right? Something for yourself, right? A stable, secure energy for yourself. And Spirit's saying here, you have abundance, right? You have opportunities. Let the past go and embrace this new energy that's coming in for you. Okay? And then we also have the flamingo spirit here, and it says embrace the in-between. And that's exactly what this is, that 6 of Swords. It's transition. The 6 of Swords is the rites of passage. It's about us moving away from this part of our life that has been so difficult, so challenging, right? And we're embracing this. It's kind of like we're not quite at this place that we want to be yet. We're leaving behind the past, the pains, the burdens, the stresses, and things like that. And we're right in this place right now where, like I said, life is not perfect yet, right? We're not quite there, but it's also about you embracing this in-between stage that you're going through right now, because in this stage, you could be learning also a lot of valuable lessons, right? What you're choosing to leave behind, what you envision for your future, right? Which is the in-between is very much a part of our path, right? Something that we will continue to go through and experience throughout our lifetime is those cycles of the in-between. So like I said, it's very much a part of our path, our journey. It's about embracing that process, especially if you're in transition from, let's just say, one career to another career, or a big move that you've just made. You're changing, universities, or you're starting a new career path. You're starting a new job. You're leaving a relationship and wanting to open yourself up to a new one. Whatever that in between is for you. Okay. So let's see pile 2. We've got cultivation and be candid. Okay. So to me, this is a lot of, what we're looking at here, throat chakra energy, right? This is Spirit saying, be honest with yourself, find your voice. What is it that you want? What is it that you are calling into your manifestation here, right? Let Spirit know straight out. This is what I want. This is what I envision my life and my future to look like, right? And then working towards cultivating that, right? Planting the seeds, creating a stable, like Spirit is saying here, lay a solid foundation, right? We're wanting to build, we're wanting to bring something new into our life. This is for us planting those seeds with intention and focus, right? Towards whatever that is for us. So let's see. For pile number 2. And then we have blessings. Okay. So yeah, to me, this is a lot of you being open to receive, right? Knowing that this transition that you're making, right, is going to lead you towards alignment. It's going to lead you towards things that are helping you to open yourself up to abundance, prosperity, which is definitely something that's coming through for you. Okay. So pile number 2, last messages. What is it that you're needing to focus on? We have life lessons, divine intervention. Let's get one more. And then we also have, wow, lapis lazuli. Okay. So we have Peridot, and it says life lessons, and it says you can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and the blessing they contain. Okay, so especially for those of you that have been feeling very challenged by certain things that you've gone through, right? This is Spirit saying, connect with us, you know, and have your spirit guides, your ancestors assist you with any of those negative patterns. And sometimes, like I said, it can be our own thoughts, right? Or even drawing certain people into our life. Okay, so you to break free from those negative patterns, and then asking Spirit to give you clarity surrounding what your lesson is. What is your lesson surrounding that situation with another person, or with what lesson you might be going through currently in your life, right? What blessings do they have? What is the silver lining within that lesson? Okay. Then we also have gold here, and it says divine intervention, and it says God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. Okay. So this can also be allowing Spirit into your life, God, universe, okay, whatever you resonate with, source, to allow Spirit into your life to help with divine intervention, and to also understand when divine intervention takes place, that we not try to fight and we not try to, you know, like, especially if something's being removed off of our path, right? It's like, let's just say that we've been working towards this specific thing. It's a job. We end up getting the job, and it's a job that Spirit feels that maybe we're meant for more. We're meant for greater. We're meant for better, right? And even though we know that it may not be what we're being paid, what we're worth, it's like Spirit makes it so that maybe the environment becomes toxic in that work environment, to help us, to push us out of there, right? And to really align ourselves with something else. The same thing can happen with a relationship, right? Where the universe kind of intervenes and shows you a person's behavior, or even a family member, over and over and over again, until you say, you know what? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I don't like this. I don't like this energy, and I don't want it. I'm going to choose a path away from this, right? So it's also understanding when Spirit, you know, divine intervention takes place into our life, that we not try to hold on, right? Of course we want to, because our ego says, you know what, we cannot lose this. We have to have this. We have to hold on tight, right? But sometimes we have to just trust that process of when certain things or certain people, situations are removed off of our path. They may not be meant for us, right? So it's understanding that. And then we also have lapis lazuli, and it says a life-changing epiphany or an experience. And it says it's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way, right? So this can be something that you're currently going through right now, where you are having realizations, you are having that clarity that you really need, right? The Ace of Swords is a breakthrough, and you also have a sword here too, right? That one sword, that can be the light bulb moment for you, the realization, aha, this is what I need to move away from. This is what I need to let go of, right? So embrace this stage is really what Spirit is saying here. I feel like things are kind of aligning for you in a beautiful way, and embrace that transformation. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So for those of you that resonated with card number 44, Rest Deeply, this is going to be a reading, and this is actually part of your reading today, the card that you chose. So we're going to see how this kind of plays into the messages that Spirit has for you right now about what it is that you're needing to focus on the most. So pile 3. What is it that you're needing to focus on most at this time? What messages does Spirit have for you? Pile number 3. Okay, so we do have the Page of Air, which is the Page of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles. What is pile 3? We have the 9 of Swords. What is path 3 needing to focus on? We also have the Ace of Fire, which is the Ace of Wands. We have the 3 of Air, which is the 3 of Swords. We have the 8 of Earth, which is the 8 of Pentacles. The King of Fire, King of Wands. What is path 3 needing to focus on most? And then we have renewal with number 20, which is the Judgment card. Okay, it is renewal in this deck here. Okay, now I am seeing that we do have the 8 of Water, which is the 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is also really important for you as well. So we're going to bring it out here. So your overall energy of the 8 of Cups, okay, this can be a need for letting go, walking away. It is also a time for you to truly focus on your path, whatever that looks like for you, okay? It could be the 8 of Cups is leading into a journey of self-discovery, okay? With the 8 of Cups here, it says a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth, okay? So basically the 8 of Cups is when we have these 8 cups that are here, right? These cups that we have are leaving or choosing to leave behind can be symbolic of a job, a relationship, you know, an old way of thinking, something that is no longer bringing meaning or fulfillment to us, where we kind of have this feeling within us that we want something more out of life. We may not know what it is yet, but we know that we are trying to, in search of, I feel like, some type of happiness or fulfillment that maybe we haven't discovered yet. Maybe we don't know what that looks like. Maybe some of you do know exactly what it is that you want, okay? But some of you might be kind of like right in this place right now where you know that whatever this place or this situation is, isn't giving you the fulfillment that you truly want. Okay, so it can also be that you are really kind of discovering more about yourself, who you are, what you want, right? And having maybe a better idea. So with you having rest deeply here, it almost kind of gives me this energy here of you needing to really take this time for yourself, maybe in solitude, okay? To think, to be able to kind of gain that clarity for the direction for your life, whatever, you know, the path before you. So with the Page of Swords energy here, the Page of Swords can be a need for you to take some time to really kind of take in all of the information, right? Maybe there's something that you are wanting to let go of, feeling the need to withdraw from, right? The Page of Swords can be you being open, honest with yourself about what you feel you want. It could maybe the Page of Swords could sometimes be doing the research, looking things up, getting more information, okay? With the Four of Pentacles energy here, the Four of Pentacles in this case may be saying that maybe you feel stable in your life right now, but do you really feel fulfilled? Is there something or a situation that you feel like you're kind of stuck in, stagnant in, something that's not really progressing or moving forward? Okay, maybe there's certain fears that you might have about taking a risk, right? Some of you, it can be fear of taking a risk because you're afraid of not having something, being without, right? It can be even feeling worried about finances, right? Where the finances are going to come from in order for me to make this change, right? The Nine of Swords energy is bringing in anxiety, fears, worrying, right? Not being able to have a clear mind or a clear head of what that direction forward looks like. And then we have the Ace of Wands energy here. And the Ace of Wands is Spirit wanting you to focus on these ideas, inspiration that Spirit is bringing to you, right? And that could be some type of idea or inspiration that is brought through your dreams. It could be something that you find during meditation. It could be something that just kind of pops into your mind out of nowhere, right? And it's really that this is Spirit guiding these ideas or these potential, you know, creative ideas that you might have that are really going to help you to put forth more time, more energy into something to help it develop into something more. Okay. And then we also have the Three of Swords energy here. And this Three of Swords can sometimes be a feeling of discontent, disappointment. The Three of Swords can also talk about heartache, pain, right? Separation. If we're feeling really sad about something, okay? So this can be a need for, I mean, for some of you, you could potentially be going through a breakup, a separation, wanting to let go of a relationship, whatever that is symbolic for you, okay? Because all of you are going to have different things that are kind of happening for you, okay? For some of you, it can even maybe be some type of loss of faith that you have within something that is kind of happening within your life right now. But I'm just kind of feeling this energy here surrounding you with this that may feel like you're just craving for something more. You want something more within your life. Like I said, many of you may not know exactly what that looks like or what it is just yet, but it doesn't mean that you won't figure it out. Okay. We can also kind of be, or all be on this place in our path where we have and feel a little bit confused by certain things. Okay. What I do feel like Spirit is wanting you to focus on is this Eight of Pentacles and the King of Wands and Judgment here. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles energy is about you working on yourself. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles is mastering the self. It's about putting that hard work, dedication into you. And it almost looks like he is reading a book here. Okay. And the Page of Swords is also, learning, knowledge, taking in information. Okay. Like I said, so the Eight of Pentacles energy here could be Spirit really wanting you to focus on putting forth the effort, the focus, the commitment into yourself, okay? For some of you, it can be making a career path change, or deciding to go to school, or deciding to do something different, something new that's going to bring you the happiness and fulfillment that you're really looking for, right? That you're seeking. So yeah, the Eight of Pentacles could really be kind of getting yourself organized, keeping yourself disciplined, focused, dedicating yourself to your creative projects, to your career, to putting in the effort to create something, or even, putting in the hard work to create more satisfaction within your life, right? So that you feel like you're in alignment, you're in a place of harmony. And then you have the King of Wands here. Okay. The King of Wands energy is also about you taking the lead, right? We have focus, 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 and it says communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Okay. So the King of Wands energy is about going after what it is that you want. What are you passionate about? Do you know what it is yet? Do you know what it is that you want? Right? So the King of Wands is about you kind of claiming your power, right? You taking the lead within your own life, not depending, say, on another person to do something for you, or to make you happy, or to, that a certain job is going to bring that happiness in for you. It's about you taking control of your life, taking accountability, responsibility and also keeping yourself motivated. Sometimes that can be hard to do, right? For us to stay motivated and committed to what our goals are, we can get thrown off track, right? And so this is kind of what I feel like Spirit's saying here, is because Spirit recognizes that there could be certain things that are affecting your ability to focus, right? With what your plan is, with what your vision is. And maybe rest is something that is needed, right? It kind of reminds me, I don't know, kind of like the Hermit, maybe even a little bit of the Four of Swords energy here, where you're needing to just kind of clear your mind, think about what you want. Okay? You have Judgment here, which is renewal in this deck. And Judgment is about us looking back to our past. What did we learn from our past choices, our past decisions? Where have they led us at this point in our life? What did we learn from that cycle, right? Are we holding on to anything that we need to let go of? Something that's holding us back, inner childhood stuff, certain shadow work that we're needing to do, past relationship stuff that we're holding on to, pain, heartache, disappointment, regret, guilt, shame, resentment, anger that we're holding on to. Okay? So this is a time of looking to the past. It's also a time of finding renewal within the self. Okay? It's about creating and releasing the past so that we can start fresh, we can start new, we can start over. Okay? This card says review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Okay? And you also have a desire to move on here with the Eight of Cups. Okay? So with making this big decision, because that's what judgment is, it's essentially making a big life decision, and that could be with releasing and letting things go, right? That are not in alignment for us, and us really kind of taking accountability, taking the lead, not being afraid of making new steps in a direction that are going to help us to bring the fulfillment that we're really looking for within our life. Okay? So maybe this is a pause that is needed for you for reflection, right? What is it that you're actually seeking? Do you know what that is? Right? That is going to bring you the emotional fulfillment and satisfaction that you're really looking for. Okay? So let's see. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. What are you needing to focus on at this time? Okay, so we have the Loon here with intuitive. What is pile number 3 needing to focus on at this time? And these cards are like so big and awkward to shuffle. I'm just going to do it this way. Let's see. Pile number 3, we're going to get 2 more. Let's do this one. Okay. All right, so let's see. Okay, we've got the Loon here. And it says, listen to the song of your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Okay? So judgment is also answering the call of our soul. Okay? It is our soul's calling. What is our soul calling us to do? What does our soul want? What does our soul desire? Okay? And that may require you, yes, with this Eight of Cups, to let go of those things that are not bringing what it is that your soul is actually calling for you to do, right? What's your purpose here? Why did you incarnate on earth? What is it that you really love? What is your passion, right? What lights your fire? Okay. We also have the White Stag, Protector, and it says, you are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic, right? So it's really Spirit's telling you that you are meant to live a life that you're happy with, that you find fulfillment in, and you are in control here, right? You are in control of that. We also have the Moose with wisdom, and it says, let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So it's really also telling you here that you hold so much wisdom, so much knowledge. And with you being an old soul here, it's also telling you this is not your first incarnation, right? There's much you have learned from past lives, and you are meant to really kind of tap into that energy to gain that wisdom from past lifetimes, your higher self, your ancestors that are trying to help you in this lifetime along your path. And some of you may feel a little lost, a little discontent, a little like, I want something more in life, but I don't know what it is, right? So it really is with the rest deeply. For some of you, this could mean meditation. Maybe some of these answers will be found with you spending that time alone, with you spending that time in solitude to really figure yourself out, you know, and really help you to kind of gain some type of deeper insight or awareness into what that is that your soul is calling you. Because sometimes, you know, for some of you can be, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I don't even know what I meant to do. I don't know what's going to make me happy. I think it's this, I think it's that, but then you find out it's not that. Okay, so let's see. Pile number 3. What are you needing to focus on? Okay, so we have the rabbit spirit here, and it says now is a lucky time. Okay, so rabbits are also the symbol of fertility. Okay, so to me that is something having to do with manifestation for you. Maybe this is an important time for you to let go of what is not in alignment for you, and to really, and you know, it doesn't have to be a person. It can be a way of thinking, right? Old patterns of behavior that you're needing to let go of and release, right? Where, like I said, with the Judgment card, what did you learn from your past? Your choices that you've made, where have they led you today? If you say, okay, maybe I shouldn't have made that choice because it brought me to this place that I can't stand and I don't like this current energy, then what did you learn from that? Was that decision made impulsively? Was that decision made without gathering enough information, without doing the research, without, you know, consideration for what, like there was no projection for the future, right? No planning, whatever it may be. It's basically Spirit saying, what did you learn from this? How can we find renewal, right? How can you shed away the old self and step into this new self? Okay. You also have the crow spirit here, and it says co-create with Spirit, right? So this is really Spirit wanting you to focus your energy on your manifestations. What is it that you are co-creating here, right? Things aren't just going to, you know, end up in our lives. We have to sometimes work towards them. There's action that's required. There is dedication. There is commitment, right? Effort that we're needing to put in to manifest, okay? We also have the whale spirit here, and it says trust the great mystery, right? So this is also letting us know we don't need to know all the answers, right? We need to trust in the great mystery of life, of trusting our path, trusting in ourselves, listening to our intuition, allowing that to guide us, and not knowing exactly when something's going to happen, how it's going to happen, you know, and just kind of trust that what is meant for us will find its way along our path. Okay, so let's see. We have the swan spirit, and it says time for a deep dive. Okay, and that deep dive is within you. Okay, a deep dive within yourself, finding yourself, figuring yourself out, finding out what it is that you want, what you feel inspired by, what are you passionate about. Okay. Pile 3. Yeah, we've got priorities here. Priorities. We have energetic movement and drive. Okay. So this drive to me is also about your willpower, your determination, right? How determined are you? How focused are you? How organized? How disciplined? How committed are you, right? To living a life that you're happy with. Right? The drive is us having the willpower. Okay? Energetic movement here. Literally, this can be Spirit saying, get moving. Right? Let's put the energy behind whatever this is that we're trying to make have happen. Co-creation. It's time to get that energy, right? And then the priorities here, it can be, okay, let's just say, okay, yes, I want a new job. I want a new career. I want a new relationship. I want another stream of income. Right? This is about us prioritizing what those things are that are important to us within our life. Okay? So, last messages, pile number 3. This can also be a need for finding balance, right? Within our life. Okay? Getting our priorities in order. So, let's see. Pile 3. What messages? What are you needing to focus on? Okay. Let's get one more. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have topaz here, and it says forgiveness heals. And it says time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and your happiness. Okay, and we have that judgment card under there, and that's what judgment is about. It's about release. Everything that we're holding on to from the past. Okay, forgiving someone. We have repressed anger here. So some of you, it could be feeling resentment or anger towards something or someone. Right? This is Spirit saying it's blocking your health and your happiness. Okay. We have life lessons here, and it says you can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing that they contain, right? So some of you may feel like you've been extra challenged within your life with negative situations that keep happening over and over and over again. Right? Maybe there are some negative patterns that you might have, right? Maybe some not so great choices or well thought out choices that you've made that have led you to a place in your life where you don't feel the most happy, right? How can we reflect within the self to say, okay, what is my pattern of behavior here? How can I change that? How can I work on this aspect of myself where I doubt myself or I make decisions based out of fear? I doubt myself. I doubt my intuition. I doubt my ability to co-create with the universe. I doubt my power, right? Those can be negative patterns that you have, right? Negative ways of thinking that kind of you find yourself making the same decisions over and over and over again that are very similar, and you're still in the same place, or your same kind of choices and decisions are not leading you to a different outcome, right? So that can be a need for us to shift something, right? The mindset, negative ways of thinking, self-limiting beliefs, a lack mentality, right? Whatever it is that is affecting you, it's going to be a need to break free from those patterns, because if we're wanting different results in our life, we have to change something, okay? And then we have passion and purpose, right? So this is you being able to live your life with passion, with purpose, right? Not feeling like you're wandering around aimlessly, living a life that is unfulfilling. So it says your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. So it's really Spirit wanting you to focus on living a life that is full of passion, that is filled with purpose, that you're happy with, that you feel content with. Okay? And then we have Amber as your last message, and it says, give it to God. Source, universe, take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release this situation to God, Spirit, universe for healing and answers. Right? So sometimes that can be when we feel super extra stressed out. Right? We feel a lot of anxiety. This is going to be Spirit wanting you to focus on releasing that anxiety, that fear about making the changes that might be necessary, right? So like I said, with this rest deeply here, it can be that need for taking a break, right? Especially if you've gone through cycle after cycle after cycle of noticing that there's been no positive change, right? Like I said, this can be an indication of need for changing something here so that we can have different results, ones that do bring happiness, ones that do bring fulfillment for us. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 3. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.